everybody. I hope that you are looking forward to this year.
Amen.
If you're not, it's already here. And my prayer is for each and every one of us to have the strength to get through whatever happens in 2017. And relax. You know, I think she was talking on the song. She was talking about He'll make a way. And when you know He'll make a way, you can relax. So I want to let you know I'm praying for all of you for this coming year, for the body of Christ, for peace, comfort, strength, for knowledge, for wisdom on how to be able to work your way through life. And to remember, it's not what happens, it's how you respond.
Yeah.
God bless y'all. Thank you so much. And to also remember that as long as you and I stay the same, nothing in our lives will ever change.
Amen.
When you change, it doesn't matter if the other stuff changes or not.
Amen.
Because the response is going to be different when I go through. Some of us act like, because we're believers, we're exempt from life. That's the most beautiful thing about being a believer.
Amen.
Is that you're not exempt from life, but you go through life differently.
Yes.
Same challenges, same whatever, but you know that God is in control and you have been empowered. And what I really want to deal with this year with our new theme is just sort of building from where we were on last year to understanding the empowerment and that is developed by God in the believer. To really get a handle on not just who God is, okay, but how who God is impacts who I am. For me to be able to look, I don't make resolutions. It's setting goals. And the realization that I might only live just through service. Might be as far as I'm supposed to go in this year. The realization that when we get up every day, there is only thing that's in our control is the things we're doing.
Yes.
Everything else is out of our control. I was talking to a couple of classmates because I was telling them, I said, in 3 months, we have said goodbye to 6 of our classmates and or people we grew up with. And, you know, we were talking because at a certain point, life takes on a little different view. You know, when you're young, you look at life as, I got time. The older you get, that statement kind of changes. And pretty soon it's like, whatever I'm going to do, I better do it. And usually it's because we're trying, okay, to be somebody or do something that we're not called to do. While all the other things that God has set up for us, we never get to. Because we're pursuing all the other things that at the end of the day, they matter. And nobody talks about it. They don't matter. Doesn't take away responsibility. Okay. But just think about all the stuff that occupies our mind and our time. Okay. That if something was tragic to happen to you right now, you would then see how important that stuff is. And that's sort of the way that you begin to look at life and then come back and look at ourselves. And the whole focus, our theme for this year is going to be change a life, change a community, change the world. Because I'm not focused on the changes that happen in my family unless I focus on the changes that happen in me.
Amen.
The only way you influence anybody around you is if something real happens in you where your life changes. And that's a great witness of the church. A lot of people think, and I'm already almost finished. It's 11:30 already. Y'all give me a few more minutes.
Yeah, come on.
All right. It's supposed to be 10:30, 11:30. Not on my calendar. The thing that really is sad oftentimes is that the body of Christ, called the church, okay, the vision of who we're supposed to be is lost in the stuff we focus on, right, that we really don't need to focus on. And the stuff we need to focus on, we don't. The great witness of the church is the change in the individual.
Amen.
The body of Christ is called together as witnesses to the reality, okay, of the true and living God.
Amen.
By how our individual lives change.
Amen.
Greatest witness you could ever have, okay, is how you change.
Yes.
People look at you and I, and we're in church every Sunday, and we're studying the Bible, and we're doing all these things, and we never change enough to impact our own lives. How do we expect anybody to believe that Jesus is real?
Lord have mercy.
And our focus when we talk about change a life, okay, that means that I have to identify and address everything that is what? That I am.
Yes.
I got to do that first before I focus on what I want to become.
Amen.
And most of the time we try to become, okay, without getting rid of who we are. Because there's some mess that has to get moved out of the way before you can take on new things. Make sense? And so turn to Ephesians chapter 4. And I'm just going to walk for a few minutes, do an introduction, and then we'll really get down to the meat of our teaching on this Sunday. But Ephesians 4:17. And you don't have to stand because I'm already bless
You.
Ephesians 4:17. Got it?
Amen.
I'll say, hold up. All right. And I want you to mark down to verse 24. Ephesians 4:17 to 24. Amen?
Amen.
This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that you should no longer walk as the rest of the Gentiles walk, in the futility of their mind, having their understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of God, because of the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who, being past feeling, have given themselves over to lewdness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. But you have not so learned Christ, if indeed you have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Jesus, that you put off concerning your former conduct the old man which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. Now that section of scripture has to do with the new life, the new you. Okay? So I want you to write this down. So first, a new me, okay, means another opportunity. A new me means another opportunity. Okay? I used to think when I first started, I remember when I first started going to seminary, that I was going to walk in, and there were going to be all of these kind of older people, you know, and being studying and stuff, and you know, I was going to walk in there, and it was just going to be, you know, like, I don't know, sitting in a classroom and lecture with a bunch of older people. And it wasn't like that. I went in and I found people from all different walks of life. Some people that weren't even pursuing to be clergy or were just going in to study, to become more familiar with the Bible, to be able to learn the language or whatever that you're studying. And as I began to study, what I realized how much we don't know. There's a whole bunch we don't know. We know, okay, the uniform practice, which can become religion. But in order to really know the person, okay, you got to read the letter. And many of us trust other people to tell us what's in the letter. And expect that alone to impact and change our lives. And it only has a limited access. Less than 6% of the people that become believers in a setting like this. Less than 6%. Because most people that come to this setting, okay, have distractions, life problems, okay, what they're going to be doing next. All type of things that block the connection, not between myself, but between the message the Holy Spirit is speaking to the heart. And we'll walk out because just that practice of coming to worship is enough to appease us for a moment, and then we go right back because we haven't seen the importance of this. You know what the importance of coming together like this is? It is identifying other believers who are caught in the same struggle that you and I are, right? But give witness that no matter what we went through, right, the past week, the last year, whatever, if we have the courage to come before an open world and assemble ourselves together and say that we agree that Jesus Christ is Lord. Or you're coming in here because you're seeking. Because you heard. We don't have, you're still working on the webpage, we don't have, all right, a marketing strategy. God has built this church, right, on his own marketing strategy. You know what that is? Word of mouth. Change in people's lives. Some people come because of the fact that they know that whoever invited them, their life is changing, and they want to come see what is happening, right, that's causing a change in their life. And that's the way it's supposed to be. I got a whole bunch of stuff I could be doing this morning. Why would I come? Because this now has a place in my life. It has a purpose. It has a purpose to come in for fellowship. So we think fellowship is getting together and eating. That's not fellowship. That's a form of fellowship. Fellowship is coming together in agreement. Think of it as fellows getting in the boat, in the ship, in agreement that the destination that we are going to, we have in common. But we all came from different places, right? But we're all in the same boat. And we get to spend some time in the presence of God that might encourage those who have had a dismal, just terrible time. And then there are those who've been walking in the Lord, bathed in the Spirit, right? When we come together, that which is up can lift that which is down, right? And all because the whole goal is to get us all to the same destination. That's fellowship. Amen. So there are ways you fellowship and come together, but that's fellowship. People think evangelism, in a lot of cases in our community, evangelism, right, is going down the street corner handing tracts. No, that's a form of evangelism. Evangelism means to what? Strictly preach the gospel, right? So that people can hear of the love of God, the word of God, and about what? God's saving power. That's evangelism. Okay? But the best evangelistic tool, right, that has ever been made is the testimony of the change in the life of a believer. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest witness. There are people that are watching you right now, and they're struggling because you're confusing them.
That's right. That's right.
Because I know I used to be confused, man. I'd come to church and I'd see the people in church, you know what I mean? And then I'd go where I was going. It ain't none of your business where I was going. But where I was going, it was church folk there, right? And they were cutting up worse than I was, right? And in my young years, I didn't understand about living. Okay? So I'm like, if they can't control themselves, I don't stand a chance, right? Anybody ever been in a situation like that? See, now I know it's not where you go, it's who you go with, right? But I also have learned that in the new life, when you change, there's some stuff that you just lose the place for in your life and the appetite for in your life, and it don't fit anymore. And it's not because you can't go, it's because there's a new you, and new you don't need old stuff. Are you working with me? Then stop. Oh, she can't do it? Then stop. I know everybody that sells dope in my community. Just about. I woke up the other day and I said, "Show be good to have a joint." Okay. I went up. Then I said, "No. Not because I can't. Not because I done forgot how. But I'd mess the dope man up if I went over there and there was anybody listening to me right now. I'd mess his head up. Because he'd be looking at me like, that's cute. So man, I just need what I need. That's all I need. I'm good. Then what is he going to think? And the first thing people say, you know, see, I told you he wasn't for real. That's a need. He ain't for real. He ain't for nothing like that. No, I just wanted to get. So the things that are outlined, I want you to spend it when you read them. The things that are outlined there in Ephesians chapter 4, in this point, he's talking about the change in the individual, okay, are what? There are things, first of all, right, to help me get to a balanced place. When you think of being a believer, okay, think of first being broken or fractured, okay, and then being put back together. And the things that are missing, okay, are the things that I need, right, that really belong there, but they're not there, either because they were disrupted, because that baby, every child in there has them. Every child. Forgiveness, long-suffering, love, unfeigned, unchangeable love. The word unfeigned means unchangeable love. Every child in there has it. Right. What happened to us? Life happened to us. Whether it was our family, our social environment, 40% of who you are comes from your immediate family upbringing, 40% comes from your immediate social environment, and 20% is what you live out of those two realms right there. That's the reason why we messed up. If where you grew up ain't right, and what's around you is not right, you'll spend 80% of your life, right, trying to live stuff that does not fit in the rest of the world. And that's what makes us become isolated. So God has said, what I want to do first is I want you to do, and I want you remember this church, from this point forward, I want you to think about this, okay? You don't need to get involved in nothing until you get involved in you. We can take, I was working on a workshop that I want everyone to do in February, right? For relationship building workshop, right? I want to do that. I got quiet. But I'm going to tell you, this is what I told a couple not too long ago. If you don't change and he doesn't change, okay, y'all will try to do a new thing with the same old mess. If you want something new, the two of you need to change so when you come together, you can make the new thing happen. If not, every time you sit down, you're going to keep bringing up the old stuff. Can I go here for a minute? Every time God is ready to work in our lives, if we are working with him, we keep bringing up the old stuff. God tells you to do this, and you give God a list of all your failures and everything else that didn't work, as if God doesn't already know. And when you are changing and working with God, that means God took you through A and B and C. So when he tells you, I'm going to do E, F, G, H, and I, you don't argue with God. You say, if he did A, B, C, D, and D. If I don't change, then I spend my time wrestling. Anybody ever wrestle with God?
Yes.
I spend my time wrestling with God, and God doesn't lift a finger. I'm doing all the wrestling myself.
That's right. Amen.
God ain't moved.
Right.
I can't sleep at night. God ain't keep me up. My guilty conscience is keeping me awake. Here's the last thing. The only reason why I haven't changed is because of the fact that I was placed here on this earth, right? Not just to be as a vessel of God, okay? But to be an example for those who are to follow me. And you'll say, Pastor, I don't have no kids. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Every child or young person that comes around you. Most of the people that look at you as an example don't tell you.
That's right.
When I hear a 3-year-old know how to perfectly use a cuss word, right? That means they were taught.
That's right. That's right.
They've been observing what's happening in the home.
Yes. Yes.
They weren't born cussing. It's one thing to parrot what you hear. It's another thing to use it in the right place at the right time at 3 years old. That means you've been taught well. We're leaving a messed up legacy that we got to change. When the individual changes, the family is influenced. Okay? Now, let me say this. When I used to think of legacy, okay, I used to say, I don't have nothing. So I got to leave. Yes, you do. Every time somebody that's connected to you, your family, friends, whatever, okay, uses your name, that's a reflection on you.
Yes.
If I'm not living what and wanting to learn what God has for me and who I'm supposed to be his child, right? I ought to stop using his name publicly. Because every time I use his name publicly, but I'm living a defeated life, then I'm saying that God is not powerful enough to sustain me.
Wow. Yes. Wow.
I'm not going to blame me that next
Wow.
word. That's just the introduction. It's not. My father used to tell us, you're a Quentin. Wherever you go, you take the family with you.
Amen.
If one Quentin played the fool, they think all Quentins. Am I lying? It's just like when you see somebody that no one uses you a kid, or maybe they knew your parents or somebody, right? And they look at you and say, oh, you look just like your mama then. You don't know from Adam. Characteristics. Characteristics, right?
Yeah.
Facial features, whatever it is, okay? Mannerism, whatever it is, okay? The same thing with our relationship with God. At some point, I ought to take on his characteristics because he's one that birthed me. You and I didn't make ourselves. You had absolutely nothing to do with you coming in the world. Anybody call you and ask you that you're going to come? But they didn't call me. Then you turn around and look at your family and go like, can I go back? No. I don't have a choice. All of a sudden, zoom, I'm here. And I don't know how long I'm here.
Yeah. Come on now. Come on.
And I'm expected to learn all of this stuff. And I'm trusting other people to teach me in my early years what it's really supposed to be looking like. So if you're having issues with your children or whatever you're dealing with, remember it didn't come out of you. It came from somewhere else first before it got into you. If it's not working for you, why are you giving it to your children or somebody else? You want to change you. That's legacy. That's legacy. So I looked at my son and I said, you messed up because you were raised by somebody who was messed up. I'm sorry. But from this point forward, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my best to show you what it looked like. Ain't going to be perfect, but I'm going to show you what it looked like. I'll show you how to get knocked down and how God will pick me up, and I'm going to show you what it looked like. I'm going to show you how to have nothing and never panic. I'm going to show you how to walk right in God, and no matter who's against you, I'm going to show you how to be unpopular and blessed at the same time. I'm going to show you how you can own everything. I'm going to show you how to have the courage to get the healing that is necessary. Show you how to fail but never quit. Anybody listening to me today? I'm going to show you what real love is. Don't be scared. I'm going to show you how to walk without fear. But be honest when I'm scared. See, can't do nothing about what has been. That's over. But from this day forward, and I gotta go. From right now, as my grandpa said, from right now, I can't do nothing about the last minute, but from right now, you can make a difference. You can make a difference. Change your life. Impact your family. Change your community. I was looking and the work is so, the harvest is plenteous. Labor's a few. I understand what that means now. You want to talk about one of the most uncharitable atmospheres you could ever be in? Be in Austin, Texas right now. And it breaks my heart that the biggest culprits of selfishness is the body of Christ. You can get a cracker out of most churches in this city. In our community. We grew up and everybody ate at our house. Y'all listening to me at all? Anybody that didn't have nobody was eating at our house. My mama in the summertime used to fix sandwiches and Kool-Aid, right? It was only 3 of us. And I used to look when I was younger and go like, oh man, we're going to eat good. We got to have all the, bologna and cheese sandwiches. Oh, y'all ain't never had bologna and cheese. We go over and talk to y'all. I don't know where this people came from. Anybody ever had a bologna and cheese sandwich over here with some Miracle Whip? Oh, I'm sorry. Fried bologna sandwich. Hey, my people. Hey, my people. Hey, y'all cuz. Yeah, them fried bologna sandwiches.
That's right, fried
You can fry them sandwiches, man, and put them in the pan and toast that, you know, and then put that cheese on it and you can melt it and put that in there. You know, now people want to give you a happy meal. What's worse, we won't even do it in our own family. And all the while asking God to bless.
Yes.
Your hand is closed. Okay? You ain't giving. You also think that God put nothing in it. I gotta quit. I gotta get out of here. We're going to be hard on the change of life. We're going to do it in 3 phases. Okay? We're going to start off all the months of January. We're going to talk about change of life. Then after that, for 2 months, we'll talk about change, family, and community. When I was in school, they said, one of the purposes of teaching, okay, one of them, outcomes you're looking for is called conduct response. That means, do those that hear actually apply it to their lives? And you can see a change in them that causes a change in others around them.
Yes.
That's a conduct. That's what we're gonna be looking for. I ain't gonna be following you around. But you're gonna be the one that measures that. I don't want, think like this. I don't want my grandkids, or my son did, because of our relationship, even out of thug life. I was an addict. It's hard being raised by an addict. You care if you're semi-functional or not.
That's right.
All right.
You're not connected in the right way. I wasn't holding my position. So early part of his life, you know, I was like this. When I became a believer, you know, then I wanted to go and lecture him and take care of everybody's kids. Because I wanted to, you know, I appreciate it and forgot about it. Okay? That the real work was right where I was. Now what I realized, and I had to let him know, I was hard because I didn't want him to be no addict or die on the street. I didn't want him waking up in bathtubs in his own vomit like I used to do in abandoned houses. See, if you're going to change, you got to first tell a real story. To make everybody think that you always get where you are and always like that you are. Sit them down, tell them the real story so they have something to measure against. They might not have known you then. Now, no, you used to pack, there wasn't no Bible. We're going to go to prayer. Okay. Before we let, okay, don't celebrate a new year. Celebrate a new year. So God, I want you to really work, help me change. Help me get to the place where I want to be. Because the year's going to have its own mess. Somebody asked me the other day, said, "Man, what do you think when Trump gets sworn in?" I said, "I'm 57 years old. Okay? I've been living my life. Okay? Ain't no whole bunch ever rolled down the hill.
That's right.
No matter who the president was.
That's right.
So what I think about when he gets sworn in, the same God that was here, that talked to me, that was in charge before he ever ran. It's the same God that's got it all in control when he gets sworn in. But that's not going to change my family, my legacy. That's something each and every one of us.
Yes, it is. Right.
So we're going to pray. And if you recognize where you are, you just want God to just bless you and change you and do what you may not even believe you can do, but you want to reach toward it. I want you to come. Especially if you recognize that in all of what you do, you are unsure about your relationship with him. I'm not talking about whether you belong to this church or that church. Your personal relationship with him, are you sure about it? Your money might be funny, and the house might not be good, but are you saved? Are you sure that you and God have a relationship that cannot be broken? Anybody can get a house, but every house is not a home. The only way it becomes a home is if those that come aligned. It should start with God.